We're gonna start to just shift your weight over into one knee, getting light on the other knee, and then back, shifting other. So you're kind of just shifting side to side. It's not a side bend, it's just a weight shift, and the core is controlling that weight shift. If you find that the ribs are puffing out with the hands over on the head, you can always take them on the hips, in front of you, whatever feels right here for you. All right, we're gonna do a few more shifting side to side. Maybe you start to gently hover the entire leg off the mat. Now this is more advanced. This is not so foundational, right? But I just want you to get a sense for the balance work that we can start to do in these kneeling positions. You can always grab onto a chair or a wall for a little bit of reassurance, if you will. And you can see how your core really has to catch you there if you're not focusing. So find a spot to focus on. Think still tall through crown of head, and you shift side to side. Amazing. On this next one, you're gonna shift over and carefully walk your leg out. Okay, so here we're gonna be a little lopsided in the hips because of this stance naturally, but I want us to try to get as level as possible through the hips. We've got the hands on our head and we're going nice and tall through crown of head. I want you to again think diving up and over, you reach towards the floor and then pull it up and in. Back to our side bend. This time you're reaching through the bottom hand and up and in. Let's check in on the ribs, bringing those in. We've just got one more. Last one over. Think top side of waist pulls you back up. And then you're gonna find yourself all the way over and you're gonna plant your hand on the mat. Hand beneath shoulder, knee is beneath hip now. Everything is in one line still, so check in on that. Okay, from there, you're going to lift hand and leg up and then back down, tap it on the mat, turn from belly button up, rotate chest towards the mat. Nice twist there, opening back up. We're gonna hover. So that's balance work here, right? And twist. You're pressing tall out of that hand on the mat. Knee as well supporting you, but I mostly want you to think core here. Twisting from the belly button up so the hips don't come with you again. This is a little bit past foundational, so if it's not working for you, it's okay. Keep coming back to it. Maybe you just hold this position and try to focus on finding alignment. I want to give you something to work up to here. This is a position we use a lot in the studio, so even though it's not technically foundational, I did want to throw it in for us. And last one. Amazing. Okay, from here, you're gonna lift the hand back up. You're going to start to open up through that hip of the lengthened leg, and you're gonna use your core to pull you up. All right, coming back down now, twisting back through the leg, finding the length. So you really have to use that top side waist. You can even pull in on the heel on the floor as well. We're just gonna do 2 more like this. Opening up through the hip now, coming into this kneeling side lunge position from our side kneel. Amazing. We're gonna sink deeper into the side lunge, holding it there, and then back up. So even as we sink into the side lunge, we're using the arms, circling them overhead, and feeling that lift up and in through the core. So we're not dumping through the hips. We press through the heel to lift back up, feeling the glutes start to engage there. Let's just do 2 more here, giving you a feel for it here. And last one. Amazing, carefully stepping that leg back in. We're gonna start with the hands back interlaced on top of the head, growing nice and tall. Realign the spine here for me. And we're just going to start again with the shift side to side. We won't do as many this time, but just find that core connection, shifting and shifting. I love this one. It's kind of playful. You can have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously if you're falling all over the place. Just try to find the fun in it. So many times I see people just treating exercise as something that's, you know, something on their chore list or something they have to do. Try to have fun with these. Challenge yourself. Amazing. One side might feel a little bit easier than the other, and one might feel a little more sticky. On this next one, on the other side, you're gonna lift up and see if you can extend through the leg there. I'm gonna shift over just a little bit. And then we're growing nice and tall. Think growing tall on this supporting leg. That's gonna come in helpful when we get to standing. Both hips are facing forward here. Trying to get as level as possible. We're gonna start to bend over to the side, reach down towards the floor, and then come up. You're thinking going up and over a big beach ball. Top side waist pulls you back up. In these side bends, I love to imagine strings like I'm a puppet. Someone's got a string on my elbow and they pull me back up. 2 more like this. Using your breath, we inhale up and over. Exhale, belly button pulls up and in to bring you back up. Now we're gonna go up and over all the way, planting that hand on the mat. You bring the knee beneath the hip, shoulder, or hand beneath the shoulder. All right, from there, you're gonna hover through that lengthened leg, reach the arm up over the chest, back down, find a rotation, elbow comes towards the mat. Just from the belly button up now. So you reach, and lower, and then from the belly button up you rotate, so hips stay facing forward. Hover, so you're pressing out of the bottom shin, bottom hand on the mat, staying nice and tall there. You're thinking length on both sides of the body, just like you are when you're in side lying, which is why we did that before this position. We do a lot of side work and kneeling often, so having that foundation on the mat first is very helpful. We're checking in on the ribs. You want to imagine like you've got a 1% ab curl if you feel like they're puffing out here. Now we're going to come back to center, reaching that arm up overhead. You start to turn that top hip out. Top side waist pulls you up into this side kneeling lunge. And then you carefully with control come back down. All right. We can look towards the hand that's pulling us up, if that's helpful. Just keeping the head and neck in line with the spine is what's important here. Your gaze could also go down towards the floor to see where you're planting the hand. Feeling that top side oblique. It's not easy, I know. Let's do one more. Turning out through the hip there, amazing. We're gonna sink into it and then come back up. And by sink in, I mean deep in that lunge, but feel that lifting sensation through the core. So as you come into the lunge, arms circle up overhead, you feel that lift from the belly button up and in, and then heel presses you up. You can always reduce the range of motion for this lunge, bringing the leg into less external rotation. That's working a little bit better for me today. So adjust as you need. The most important thing is knees tracking in alignment with your toes. Just one more here for me. Breathing up and in, lifting up and in through the core, pressing through the heel, coming back to center, and then carefully walking the leg back